Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and these are Apple's official leather cases for the all-new iPhone 13 Pro Max. They're the same colors across all the different iPhone 13 models, depending on which size you get. Doesn't make a difference. They're all the same colors on the iPhone 13 mini, 13, and 13 Pro, as well as the Pro Max. So in this video, I wanted to check out the case, see how it actually fits the iPhone 12 Pro Max, see if there's any difference with button alignments, and also see how it would look, and then see if the magnets are any stronger, see if there's any differences altogether. Now these come in at $59, just like they did last year. Last year there was a bit of a price increase depending on which case you went to, but this year compared to last year it's the exact same, $59 for the leather case. And so we have 5 different colors here, as you can see, and from left to right we have golden brown, then dark cherry, then sequoia green, then midnight, and wisteria. So all of these are available now. You can pick them up in the Apple Store, and they'll fit your iPhone 13 Pro Max or the different size that you picked. Now let's go ahead and open one up, take a look at the inside, and then unbox the rest of them as well. And we'll take a look at the magnets also. But let's go ahead and open this up. There's no additional pull tabs or anything like there is on the silicone cases. And so let's just open this up like this. And you can see this is the golden brown color. So let's take this out of the case here, or out of the box, and inside here we have a little bit of information, and you may have already been able to see. It says this case is made with high quality supple leather to protect your iPhone. Leather is a natural material, and like a fine leather belt, it may show creases, marks, or patina over time. Interaction with MagSafe accessories will leave slight imprints. So it says that, and then there's different languages saying the same thing below. Here we have just a little bit more information that says medical device interference, some warnings, and more. So that's what comes in every one of these cases. I'll only show you that in this particular case, but let's move the box out of the way. So this is the box for golden brown. And on this case, you can see that the camera bump is actually raised quite a bit. So this looks a little different than last year. And for comparison, I have a 12 Pro Max, or a 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max case. One is silicone, one is leather. And around the camera bump, it's a little bit different. So it sort of folds into this little plastic piece here. And it was a larger plastic piece on last year's leather case and another giant plastic piece on the 12 Pro Max case. So it's a little different. The leather feels very similar between the two of them though. So we'll go around the cases, see if there's any differences, and then we'll unbox the others in a moment. So let me line these up here, and you'll see that the camera bumps don't exactly align the same. So they don't look to be too different in size, although the 13 Pro Max does look to be a little bit bigger or a little larger. And with the cases lined up, you'll see on the right or the left-hand side or the right side of the case, if you were holding it normally, you'll see that the power button is in the same place. So the power sleep wake. If we look at the bottom on the leather cases, we typically have them cut out instead of the little dots for the speakers and microphone, but basically the same openings and everything else. So the bottom is fully covered. And then on the other side, again, the volume buttons are slightly shifted up on the Pro Max model. So you can see they're, well, maybe they're in the exact same place, but it looks like they might be ever so slightly shifted up a little bit. So they might be moved a little bit, and then the silent switch is very close to where it was before. So there is a slight difference there, nothing on the top. Inside, they're very similar, although there's a little plastic ring on the last year's model. This year, it's just sort of some grooves into the fabric itself. So there's a microfiber lining within. On the leather cases, of course, we have metal buttons as well that are very nice. So nothing particularly exciting there. It is a little bit different looking. And let's go ahead and take a look at the magnets and see if there's any differences as well. So this is magnet paper. And as you can see, the magnetic field here, on the left, I have last year's case. On the right is the 13 Pro, and they look pretty much the same. No differences there whatsoever. As far as the overall case design, again, it seems to be pretty durable. They hold up fairly well, but let's see what it's like on the 12 Pro Max before we unbox the others. So we'll place this on the 12 Pro Max, and it doesn't fit very well. It's a little bit snug, and you can push the power sleep wake button on this one. You can see the camera bump doesn't exactly line up properly. So the camera bump on the 13 Pro Max is a little bit bigger. And then again, the alignment to the silent switch, The volume buttons do work with this case, but not everything is aligned properly. Now the bottom of the case is basically the same, the cutouts are the same, but the side of the case is definitely thicker by just a little bit. So the 13 Pro Max is said to be a little bit thicker, and so you can see that here. So it's definitely got a little bit more thickness on the previous case. So there are some differences there. Now one thing to note that I mentioned in the previous video of the silicone cases is the 13 Pro versus the 13 is a different sized cutout. The 13 has a smaller camera module, so the cases don't seem to fit, and you can't use the smaller cases on previous years either. Now let's go ahead and open up the rest of these. So we'll set this aside and then we'll open up Dark Cherry. So this one's Dark Cherry. It's a very deep purple looking color. It looks pretty nice. And I would place them on the regular phone, but I'll place them on the model that I have just to show you what it looks like. So there's Dark Cherry. The next one is Sequoia Green. So again, a very deep green color, maybe a forest green color. You can see it. It looks pretty nice though. Really nice sort of woodsy color or natural color. The next one is Midnight. It's just their name for black at this point. And again, just black leather. It looks good. And then we have Wisteria. And I believe we've had this color before, but this is sort of a lavender color. So it's not quite deep purple like the Dark Cherry, but it's more of a lavender. Now I do have some MagSafe accessories here. This is the MagSafe charging adapter. And I wanted to see if there was any more pressure or maybe stronger magnets. It feels about the same between the cases. So I don't really notice a difference here. And let me try it with the silicone case. I didn't notice a difference on the silicone cases for it. It seems about the same. Completely the same at that point. Now, as far as the wallet case feels about the same as well. It would easily fall off if you were to put it into maybe a tight pant pocket, but it stays on pretty well, better than most people expect if you've ever used one. So again, on the black model here, or the midnight color, it looks pretty good also. Now, as far as the way it fits onto the models, I have the model of them. These are generally sent to case makers. Let's go ahead and place the phone in. And you can see they got it pretty right. We do have a similar cutout, although this is going to protrude quite a bit on the new camera. The new camera module seems like it'll probably protrude quite a bit, but you will have some protection there as well. And the thickness was right. These models were slightly thicker than we had with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And so everything was right there. It looks like that's what is going to be the size. So it is slightly bigger. Also, the new phones are slightly heavier as well. So there's definitely a difference there. So the phones will be fairly protected within those cases. They seem to do a decent job. Of course, they're not really super durable if you drop them all the time, but they are really nice, high quality materials that will patina over time as well. So I think I like these. I'm not sure which one I would use regularly. I do like that they have metal buttons. I'd probably use the golden brown color, kind of like this one, but in general, they protect your phone very well. And I'd love to hear what you think about them in the comments below. Unfortunately, we can't use them with our current iPhones. There's no new cases for the 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max, and it looks like we may not be getting updates to that as these are discontinued. The 12 and the 12 mini are still around, but at this point, that's what Apple does every single year. Let me know what you think about Apple's leather cases in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you there. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.